Namo Vishnubhaya Krishna Prishtaya Bodhale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nindana Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauramani Pracharini Vishesha Shunyavadi Pasha Deveshada Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gad Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama. So we'll start with the 12th chapter. 12th chapter is basically about Bhakti Yoga. It's more in detail of Bhakti Yoga. So about devotional service. Because this is the ultimate good for all. Okay. IDC, after coming back from Mayapur, mostly. That is after... maybe that week we can keep 13th to, or might be after that 20th or something we can start.
Yes, Mataji.
I'll let you know. Okay.
Yes.
So devotional service is the ultimate good for all, and it is the essence of all the Vedic scriptures. So what do you think is the connection between chapter 11, which is the universal form, and chapter 12? Is there any connection? Anybody? Anyone can unmute?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Dinesh Prabhu.
The connection is, in fact, in earlier chapter, he had heard about Krishna. Krishna has explained his opulences. Now, and also he had mentioned that he is pervading all through universe and supporting and maintaining the universe through a fragment of his opulence. So now, out of that, he wants to know more about how to become a pure devotee, and what is the difference between his two-arm form, universal form, and the impersonal Brahman form. He also wants to know which one is better, the impersonal bhakti or the personal bhakti of devotional service of Krishna Lord.
Yes. So as we finish the universal chapter, we know it's kind of an impersonal feature near to the Brahman aspect. But yes, as Prabhu said, now about personal worship or personal thing is going on, in the sense he's asking which is the best, which worship is best, personal or impersonal. And then Krishna explains on that. Based on that, Krishna says, yes, personal form is the best. So that explanation comes here. Yes. Yeah, so Vishwarupa. So that is the connection. And here we'll see chapter 12, 1 to 7 is about Krishna Bhakti being superior to impersonalism. That we know, right? Why? Because there is no exchange of rasa there. And so 1 to 7 is about Krishna Bhakti, because it ends like that. The 5 things Krishna says, the last sloka of 11th chapter. What are the 5 things? Krishna tells some 5 things to be done in order to quickly achieve him. You can raise a digital hand. 5 things which Krishna says. Okay, Dinesh Prabhu, yeah, you know. Or Neeraja Mataji.
Yes.
Neeraja Mataji, we'll give a chance.
Hare Krishna Mataji. First one is we have to always engage in doing this devotional service.
Yes.
And free from all the contamination of the fruitive activities, and we should not do any mental speculation. And we should not have any enmity with anyone. And among all, we have to see everyone in the equal, all the living entities equally.
Yes. So he says, Mat karma krit mat paramo mat bhakto sangha varjida nirvaira sarva bodesho yasa mameti pandava. So 5 things Krishna says in the 11.55 is Mat karma krit, work for Krishna, mat paramo, make Krishna as the goal, mat bhakto, become his devotee, and sangha varjida nirvaira sarva bodesho. Sangha varjida means leave a non-devotee association and Nirvaira sarva buddhishu. Don't see enemy in anyone and see everyone equally as friend. Then if you do these 5 things, you can easily achieve Krishna. So the first sloka says about Bhakti being the superior. Okay, so Arjuna is inquiring now. He's asking a question. Arjuna vaja evam satati yukta ye bhaktastam paryupasate ye chapyaksharam avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittamaha. Arjuna inquired, which are considered to be more perfect? Those who always properly engage in your devotional service, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested? So it's very obvious, right? So personal worship is the best. So 2 ways to realize the absolute truth is worshipping the Lord directly by devotional service or the impersonal Brahman. So Arjuna is inquiring, which is the best? So Lord is telling as a reply in the next sloka. Shri Bhagavanu vaja mai avesha manoye mam nitya yukta upasate shraddhaya parayopeta stime yukta dama madaha. The Supreme Personality of God said, those who fix their mind on my personal form. So put in the chat, what is that personal form of the Lord? So Krishna says, out of all devotees, yogis, the best is Yoginam Abhisarvesha Madgade Nandarama Atmavan Shraddhavan Bhajde Yobam Bhajada Bhakti Yoga, right? He's the best of the yogis. So which is that personal form they are thinking? Yeah, the 2-handed form, the Bhagavan form is the Shyam Sundar form. Good. So 2-handed Shyam Sundar form, right? Yes. So he's saying this. Now, how can the impersonalists or Mayavadi say that God doesn't have a form? So put in the chat, what does Mahaprabhu call the Mayavadis as? Or someone can unmute and say. Mayavadis are called as what by Mahaprabhu?
Krishna Aparati.
Krishna Aparati, very good. So Mayavadi, Krishna Aparati. Why? Because they are offending the Lord by saying that Krishna doesn't have a form. Right? So he says, Mayavadi Pashisunle Hoya Sarvanash. Everything gets destroyed by hearing them. So here Krishna himself says, you have to fix your mind in a personal form and engage in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith are considered to be the most perfect. So worship Krishna the personal form. So we have to meditate Krishna on the personal form, okay? Because we are part and parcel of the Lord. And even think of Krishna in that personal form, go back to Krishna. But if you think about the Brahman, you go to Brahmajyoti. And what happens? So what is the result of going to Brahmajyoti?
They'll fall down again.
Yeah, Aruhi Krishna
Repeated
Parampatam Tat
births.
Patanti.
Repeated
That. So
births.
definitely they fall down. That's called Sayuja Mukti, which is not the best. The personal form is very important. So Arjuna is clarifying his own position because he's attached to the personal form of Krishna. Devotees want to see the personal form, not the impersonal form. Because there's no exchange of rasa and he wants to know whether his position is secure. So Arjuna is understanding that worshipping the impersonal feature is waste of time. Why? Because anyway, this again rebirth and again you can't reach perfection, right? So Krishna's personal form is the best. So pure devotees of Krishna is the most perfect in the yoga. Krishna says, my avesha mano ye mam. You have to fix your mind on the personal form of Krishna and always worship Krishna with great transcendental faith. So for one in such Krishna consciousness, there is no material activities because everything is done for Krishna. Okay. And what do? They don't let a single moment pass without devoting his activities to Krishna. What is that called as? That stage? Does anyone know?
What is that?
The stage of devoting everything, means not wasting even a single moment. This is one of the symptoms of bhava.
Uttar, Nitya.
Bhava. There are 9 symptoms of a devotee in bhava, according to Nectar of Devotion. Not anartha nivritti. Anartha nivritti means all the anarthas gets washed away. This is like
Avyakta Kalatvam.
Avyarta Kalatvam. Good. So that's one of the symptoms of a pure devotee. Avyarta Kalatvam means he doesn't waste even a single moment. Okay. He is always 24 hours in Krishna conscious. So like so many symptoms like Shantir, they are tolerant, then they will have Virakti, they'll be detached. Nama Gana Sadaruchi, they have a lot of taste to chant the holy name. Pritistat Vasadistale, they like to stay in a place where Krishna's pastime has happened and they're so attached to glorify Krishna. Like all these are different symptoms of a person in bhava. So first symptom is Avyarta Kalatvam, that they don't waste even a single moment without devoting the activities to Krishna. If you want to refer to Nectar of Devotion, there's one chapter full of the 9 symptoms of a person in bhava. I think it's the 19th chapter of NOD. We can refer to that. So 3 and 4 says the process and destination of an impersonal Brahman worship. What will happen to them? So Krishna is saying that Yet aksharama nirdeshyam avyaktam paryupasate sarvatra gam achintyam cha kudastam achalam dhruvam sanniyamendriyam gramam sarvatra samabuddhaya ye prapnuvanti mam eva sarvabhuta hidarrataha. But those who fully worship the unmanifested, that which lies beyond the perception of senses, and that all pervading, inconceivable, unchanging, fixed, immovable, the impersonal conception of the absolute truth, by controlling the various senses and being equally disposed to everyone, such person engaged in the welfare of all, at last achieve me. It's like you have a shortcut to go to a place, but you take a long route. Now, nowadays, the GPS says the shortcut. You like to go in the shortcut only. Why you have to go through the long way, right? So worshipping impersonal Brahman is like that. They go in the long process, an indirect process, and Krishna says, at last they achieve me, at last, after so many janmas. Why to waste it? Waste a precious janma like that, right? If you have a shortcut. So it says, Arjuna is happy to hear that devotional service is superior, but now he is saying, what thing will happen to the impersonalists who's working so hard, and what will happen to them? So, but what will happen to them? What is the fate for such impersonal, yogis, unsuccessful yogis?
They will be reborn into a family of
Take birth in
transcendentalists.
Higher planetary.
Shuchinam Srinadam Gehe also, right? They can be born in a higher ritual family or Brahmin family, and so continue from where they stop. Yes, they can go to heavenly planets also, unsuccessful yogis. But again, that's not sure, right? Those who worship the unmanifested will also reach Krishna. Finally, they will reach. Eventually, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prabhatyate Vasudeva Sarva Iti Samahatma Suddhurlabha. It's very, very rare, but Bahunam Janmanam Ante, after so many janmas. Okay, so Prabhupada says it's an indirect process. This is just an indirect process. Such worshippers has to control their senses and render service to everyone, engage in the welfare of all. One has to cease all sensual activities then, and often the conclusion is Srila Prabhupada concludes the purport by saying, but for the common man, this method of impersonal realization is very difficult. It's very troublesome, Krishna says in the next sloka. Klesho atikatarastesham avyakta saktacedasam avyakta higadir dukham dehad bhavari avapyate. Klesho atikatarastesham. It's klesha, it's full of miseries. For those whose mind attached to the unmanifested, impersonal feature of the Supreme, advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in that discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied. So it is advancement is very troublesome. Why do you think so? Why is it said that advancement is very troublesome in impersonal feature of the Lord?
Because they have to please everyone, Mataji. They have to do a lot of penances.
Yes, penances. And in Kali Yuga, is it possible?
It's not possible. It is very tough also.
Very difficult. Very difficult to reach Samadhi, right? Yeah. The Ashtanga Yoga, the last stage is Samadhi. To reach Samadhi in one life, very, very difficult, right? Unless they are yogis from previous life and they continue. But to reach that perfection in Kali Yuga, very, very difficult. That as Prabhu said, yes. So this is why it's klesho adhikatarastesham. It's so much of difficulties. So two types of translators, Jnana yogis and Bhakti yogis. And Jnana yogis, those who follow the path of inconceivable, unmanifested, impersonal feature of the Lord. Bhakti yogis, they are in Krishna conscious, engage in devotional service. They are worshipping the Lord face to face, or they'll reach the kingdom and associate with the Lord. But then others in Brahman, the Sayuja Mukti is like going into the palace outside. They can't enter into the palace, just in the courtyard. So by Jnana Yoga, the embodied soul may realize the eternal knowledgeable aspect of the original nature, but the blissful portion is missing. By the grace of a devotee, a translator who is highly learned in the process of Jnana may come to Bhakti Yoga. Even the goal of impersonal Brahman, which is attained by Jnana yogis, is what such suffering, all right? Because because it has only by having a mixture of Bhakti, but without Bhakti, the worshippers of impersonal Brahman is suffering, they don't attain Brahman. So through the Bhakti, though the Bhakti yogis also endure difficulty in controlling the senses and engaging various angas of bhakti because of the appearance of Krishna's blissful form. They do not experience the same suffering as impersonalists. So this is a very important column. You can see impersonalists and personalists, the differences. So impersonalists, they meditate on the formless. Personalists meditate on the beautiful form of the Lord. It's very easy to meditate on. And impersonalists, it's all unmanifested and it's beyond the senses. And the personalists, the senses are directly engaged in Krishna's worship. Right? And one must understand Brahman through Upanishads, learning Sanskrit, and it's very difficult. But one can understand Krishna through devotional service. You have simply, Prabhupada says there are two things. Either you simply chant Hare Krishna, or you read the scriptures, follow the bona fide spiritual master, and do that. And impersonalists have a long practice, very difficult to take. But personal is completely natural, and it's troublesome impersonalists. There's no relationship with them, no rasa. But here miseries are mitigated by relationship with Krishna. What is that stage called? The miseries get mitigated when you are in Krishna consciousness. One of the symptoms of pure devotional service. First chapter, NOD. No idea? There are 6 features happening when you do pure devotional service. One is all the miseries gets
Kleshagni.
Kleshagni, very good. It's called Kleshagni. Kleshagni, yeah. Kleshagni. Then there is Shubhada. It's all auspicious. That is Shubhada. Sandrananda Visheshatma. There's so much bliss. Right? It's Krishna Akarshni. It attracts Krishna. Then Sudurlabha, it's very rare. And Moksha Lagugrit. Even Moksha becomes insignificant. All this is your Bhakti Shastri question. When you start NOD, you'll learn all that. So here it is said all the miseries get mitigated. And in impersonalists, it depends on one's own endeavor. But in impersonalists, Krishna also delivers the devotee. Krishna, when you take one step, Krishna takes 10 steps towards you. Tadami Buddhi Yogam, Krishna gives you the intelligence. And in Brahman, there's Nirguna, he says without qualities, but actually Krishna have a lot of qualities. He's Saguna. Without material qualities, you can say. And it's inconceivable, but in Bhagavan realization, Krishna possesses inconceivable potencies. And Brahman is all pervading. Bhagavan is also all pervading by his energy and supersoul. And Brahman is unchanging and fixed and immovable. Bhagavan again is unchangeable, fixed and immovable. And we cannot perceive any opulence in Brahman. But here 6 opulence, Aishwarya, Virasya, Jnana, Vairagya. Right? All rich, all power, all knowledge, everything can be perceived. And Brahman, there is risk of not realizing the absolute truth at the end, but success is guaranteed. Nothing is lost. Salpam abhasya dharmasya trayade mahado bhayad. Nothing is lost in Bhakti Yoga. And one may realize the Sat Chit aspect in Brahman, Sat actually, but Sat Chit Ananda in Bhagavan. Okay. So 6 or 7 about saying the Bhakti is the simple and easy path. 9th chapter also we saw Susukam Kartum Avyayam, they say very easy. Now Krishna gives you a lot of options. Okay. So Krishna gives you a lot of options of the sloka. So here he says Bhakti is the simple and easy path for the person. Yetu sarvani karmani mayi sanyasamatparaha ananyeneva yogena mam dhyayanta upasate teshamaham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat bhavami nachirat partha mai aveshita chetasa. For those who worship me, giving up all other activities unto me and being devoted to me without deviation, engaging devotional service, always meditate upon me, having fixed their mind upon me, O son of Pritha, for them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. So devotees are very fortunate because they'll be delivered by the Lord himself. And what's the method? We don't have to desire anything except to please Krishna, and we have to work only for Krishna. And Krishna promises, Tesham aham samudarta mrityu samsara sagara. Krishna will deliver us from the ocean of material ocean. So it is said, even Srimad Bhagavatam is like that. Tamala varnam suhidavataram Tamadidevam karunanidanam Tamala varnam suhidavataram Apara samsara samudra sedum bhajamahe bhagavada swarupam. So it says Tamala varnam Karunanidanam. Tamadidevam Karunanidanam. Krishna is the Adideva and is Karunanidanam, is the ocean of mercy. And Tamala Varnam Sukhidavatar. He is Tamala Varnam, that color of the Tamal tree. And Apara Samsara Samudra Sedu. This material world is like an ocean. And Samudra Sedu. Sedu means bridge. So Bhajamahe Bhagavata Swaram. Bhagavatam is like the bridge which takes us across this material ocean of suffering. right? So we have to have faith, and Krishna will definitely. Krishna says, "Mameva prabatyante maya idam tarante." You can cross Maya. So Krishna for bhakti yogis, Krishna will himself come to deliver them. But for this, the difference is, any analogy anyone remember? How is the impersonalist worshipper Krishna and personalist? How Krishna takes care of the impersonalists and the personalists, or the demons and the demigods? Any example, any analogy? Example of? Don't remember?
Hiranyakashipu and Prahlada Maharaj.
Okay, that is how Krishna, Rakhi Krishna Marake, how Krishna protected Prahlad and killed Hiranyakashipu. I'm asking analogy. Analogy, like, you can compare this to something. What about a cat and a kitten, or a cat and a rat?
Yes, Mataji.
Right? The
Yeah.
cat holds the rat in the mouth, and with that consciousness is to kill the rat, and the kitten, it'll be like soft holding, or like a cat holding a kitten, and a baby monkey holding the monkey mother. So the baby monkey, with its own effort, has to hold the mother. And when the mother jumps, the baby monkeys you've seen in Vrindavan and all, like, it'll be like with this tiny hand, it'll be holding the mother, but then sometimes even it might slip and fall. The mother is not bothered. The mother just sometimes keep her hand, otherwise she'll be jumping from one tree to another, but the baby has to hold from with its own strength. That's like the Brahman worshipping. Their own strength, they go to the Lord. Sometimes they fall, not sometimes, most of the time they fall. And what about a cat holding a kitten, so soft, and sees that the kitten is put in a safe place? So there's a difference. We holding our parents' hand, and the parents holding the child hands. A lot of difference. That's how Krishna takes care of the bhakti yogis, especially. Okay, so Krishna promises, Prabhupada quotes in the purport, that Krishna says that one should not engage in different process of fruitive activities. One who is devoted to the Supreme Personality can attain all benefits from all other yogic process. So what is the conclusion? Simply you have to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. A devotee of the Lord can approach the supreme destination easily and happily, but this destination cannot be approached by any other process. Okay, so yeah, so 1 to 7, first is Arjuna is inquiring who is best personals or impersonals. Krishna says personals, right? And then Krishna talks about it. Now from this chapter, okay, this is again analogy. Can somebody say mailboxes on the street analogy? What is it? The analogy. These are all Bhakti Shastri questions.
Yes, Mataji, if the mailbox is put by the correct department, then mail posted in it reaches its destination perfectly. But if it is not authorized mailbox, then letter will not reach. Similarly, the story of personalist and impersonalist. The
mailbox is compared to what? Does anyone know? Yeah, you're right. But then the mailbox is compared to what? The authorized mailbox is compared to?
Spiritual master.
Spiritual
Correct
master.
method.
Shri Devi Mataji?
Spiritual master.
No.
Correct method of worship, Mataji.
No.
Personal, impersonal.
No. What is it compared to?
Goloka.
I know. I know.
See the purport 12.5. You are not looking. The second paragraph, it's given. First line. What is that mailbox? Very important Bhakti Shastra question, repeatedly asked again and again.
Archa Vigraha.
Very good. Archa Vigraha. It's
worship.
Archa Vigraha, yeah.
Yes,
So it's
yes.
the deities. So Archa Vigraha, which is authorized in the temple and all. If you offer obeisances and worship the Archa Vigraha, it will directly reach Krishna because it's like the representative. It's like authorized. So there's no difference. Pradima Nehi Tumi Sakshal Brajendranand, and there's no difference between the Archa Vigraha of the Lord and the Lord, because he say we might find some mailboxes on the street. And if we post our letters in those boxes, they will naturally go to the destination without difficulty. But any old box or an imitation which we find somewhere, but which is not authorized by the post office, will not work. Similarly, God has an authorized representation in the deity form, which is called Archa Vigraha. This Archa Vigraha is an incarnation of the Supreme Lord. God will accept service through that form. Okay, so Lord has come in the Archa Vigraha form because it's an authorized one. So Lord accepts all the service given through that. So this is like the authorized mailbox in the street. What about this analogy? A child completely cared by the parents and a man who have fallen in the ocean. What is it compared to?
Mataji, who has fallen in the ocean, he cannot save himself, howsoever expert swimmer he might be, but he has to be rescued by a person from outside the ocean. So this is the analogy about the person who has fallen in the ocean.
Okay, we'll give chance to others. What about this thing, parents? The child completely taken care by the parents. Anybody else? Yes, Sudha Mataji. You can unmute.
Mataji, the Supreme Lord, just like he comes riding on his bird, the carrier
Garuda.
Garuda, and
Yes.
then he delivers the devotees. So just like our parents, we take care
Yes.
of the.
Yes. So yes. So you can see in the 4th paragraph, the analogy is given. How the Lord especially comes to take care. Right? The Lord especially comes to take care, and a devotee need not endeavor to transform to anywhere. Krishna himself, the Supreme Lord, by his mercy, will come on the Garuda, deliver the devotee in material existence. And a man fallen in the ocean also may struggle. He can't swim, but then the Lord can come and save him. Someone can come and picks up, as Prabhu said. Then he's easily rescued. Similarly, the Lord picks up the devotee from the material existence. The same way, when a parents hold the child's hand, they're more safe, right? They don't even have to see the side, and that's it. They can close their eyes and cross the road. So that's how Krishna takes care. Yeah. So the child is totally safe under the parents' shelter. Yeah. Krishna also takes special care of the devotees. Okay. So 8 to 12 is very important link. 8 to 12 is about Krishna gives you a lot of options. Krishna doesn't say that you have to become a pure devotee. No, Krishna gives you a lot of options. In the 8th sloka, he says about Ananya Bhakti, like how you have to fix your mind completely on Krishna. Then he says, it's not possible for you. Forget it. Do sadhana bhakti. Follow the regulatory principles of sadhana and have a desire to attain Krishna. Okay. You can't do that. Then Krishna is like, forget that. Work for Krishna. Still you can't do that. Then Krishna is like renunciation, cultivation of knowledge and meditation. So we'll see from 8 to 12, the continuous slokas, it's all connected. Krishna says about different stages. So 8th, you can note down somewhere, it's Ananya Bhakti. Okay, the first stage. Mai eva mana adishva mai buddhim niveshaya nivashishyasi mai eva ata urdhvam na samshayaha. Just fix your mind upon me, and the Supreme Personality God engage all intelligence in me. Thus, you will live in me always without a doubt. So Krishna says about Ananya Bhakti. Krishna is like, you have to do exclusively remembering Krishna. Are we able to do that? No. This is for those who have dedicated their life 24 hours in Krishna service, in the sense someone who have in a renounced order. Such person can do this because completely engaged in Krishna service. But we have family to take care, job, so many things, right? We are grihasthas and we are at home. So we won't be able to do this Ananya Bhakti. Ananya Bhakti means fixing your mind exclusively on Krishna. From this purport, it says one who engaged in Krishna service lives in a direct relationship with the Lord, and he chants always Krishna's holy name. And devotee become Krishnatized. He eats the remnants of Krishna, and the Krishna's holy name will be dancing in his tongue. So this is Ananya Bhakti. This is pure devotional service. So Krishna is like, you're not able to do that, forget it. Do sadhana bhakti. For one whose mind cannot be fixed on Krishna's form. Like sometimes we do Krishna consciousness, sometimes our mind is somewhere else. For them, one option is sadhana bhakti, okay? To perform the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga and have a desire to attain Krishna. That's what Krishna says here. In Bhakti Yoga, the senses are engaged in Krishna's service, whereas in material existence, senses are engaged in sense gratification. So when you do devotional service, what happens? Sarvopadi vinirupaktam tatparatvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhaktiruchyate. Two things can happen. All the upadis, all your designations will go, material designation, and tatparatvena nirmalam, your senses gets purified. When you do rishikena rishikesha sevanam, when your senses are used in serve the master of senses. So he is like, if you're not able to do Ananya Bhakti, do Sadhana Bhakti. Sadhana Bhakti means Ata chittam samadhatum na sankshnoshi mai stiram abhyasa yogena tadomam mam uchaptim dhananjaya. My dear Arjuna, winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me. So this is the second option Krishna gives, that it's okay, you can't do Ananya Bhakti. You can note down the 9th sloka is about Sadhana Bhakti, that you have to follow the regulative principles. Okay, no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no taxation, all that rules and all, chant the holy name, and then have a desire to attain Krishna. That we can do, correct? We are all doing sadhana bhaktis. We are sadhakas. So we are doing sadhana. We are trying to become devotees. So we're also doing our sadhana. The morning program, that's called our sadhana, that we have our chanting, then Bhagavatam class, Mangalarati, all that associated with devotees. So we are doing sadhana bhakti. We are following the regulative principles and we are chanting and we have a desire to attain Krishna. So Prabhupada writes, to practice regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga, one should be under the guidance of the spiritual master. That's why you should do at least aspire, shelter, initiation. Those who can't take initiation, at least apply for shelter. We're chanting 16 rounds, following the 4 regulative principles, but you should follow no onion, garlic rule and no tea, coffee. If that is okay with you, then you can all, I'll send some volunteers to call you to check. Some of you are already initiated, some of you are sheltered, waiting for initiation. But those who have not taken, please try to take shelter soon. So that's very important. And here the regulative principles, rising early in the morning in Brahma Muhurta, taking a bath, going to temple or online also, and chanting the holy name, collecting flowers, all for Krishna. These are all sadhana bhakti. And one should constantly hear Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. What is it? Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. All that if we do, then in this way develop a desire to attain Krishna. So first was what? What was first option of Krishna?
Ananya Bhakti.
Ananya Bhakti. Complete concentrating on Krishna and 24 hours thinking about Krishna. If that is not possible, second is
Sadhana Bhakti.
Sadhana Bhakti means
Follow the
Regulative
principles.
and
desire to attain Krishna.
yes, follow the regulative principles and desire to attain Krishna. If that is also not possible, then Krishna gives the second and third option is work for Krishna. For one, those who are not able to practice the regulative principles of sadhana bhakti, sometimes not possible. There is non-devotees at home. You're not able to follow all the rules and regulations. It happens. Now, for them, work for Krishna. That's what the 10th sloka is about. Abhyase api asamartosi mat karma paramo bhava mat artum abhikarmani kurvan siddhim avapshisi. If you cannot practice the relative principles of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for Krishna. Because by working for Krishna, you will come to perfect stage. Working for Krishna means what? Anything, any work that is done, like you are doing Ugra Karma, you're doing your job. Now, the little bit of money from that job can be used to in Krishna service. You can donate in a temple, or you can donate a book, or donate a cow, or something, some kind of work, Krishna conscious work. Or with that money, you take get some vegetables or fruits and offer both to Krishna, or anything, going to a dham or anything. So all that will be your working for Krishna. Anything, all that can be done. Okay, so only difference is that in materialism one work for sense gratification, and the same work can be done for Krishna. So anything that is done to improve your Krishna consciousness, to spread Krishna consciousness, is actually good. Okay, so Prabhupada says we have to work for Krishna. So any service which is done to propagate Krishna consciousness. Sometimes we are not able to directly work for Krishna. You can help those who are working for Krishna. Okay, so like that also can be done. So Prabhupada says here, if one has sufficient money, it can be used to build a temple or an office to propagate Krishna consciousness, or you can help with the publication. Or if it cannot sacrifice the results of the activity, same person can still sacrifice some percentage to propagate Krishna consciousness. This voluntary service to cause of Krishna consciousness, which will help one to raise to the state of love of God. So first is Ananya Bhakti, not possible. Sadhana Bhakti, not possible. Work for Krishna. Even that is not possible, then Krishna says, Nishkama Karma Yoga. Give up the fruits of activities. Ateitat api asaktosi kartum mad yogamashitaha sarva karma phalatyagam tatak kuru yadatmavan sarma karma phalatyagam. If, however, you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, then try to act giving up all the results of your work and try to be self-situated. So giving up the fruits of activities, that is called Nishkama Karma Yoga, right? Because sacrifice the accumulated results for a good cause that will gradually will elevate them to good consciousness, like the charity or anything that is done, because by practicing to give up the fruits of one's activities, one is sure to purify the mind. But this also will bind you, have bondage. So what you should do is give up the results to Krishna, and then you can use it for charity. Give up the results of that. So at someday they'll come to the stage of pure devotion service. So that's called Nishkama Karma Yoga. But in the 12th, again, Krishna says about other options. If you're not able to follow Ananya Bhakti, not able to do Sadhana Bhakti, not able to work for Krishna, not able to do Nishkama Karma, then he says, Abhyasa, Jnana, Dhyana, and Tyaga. Shreyo hi Jnanam Abhyasa, Jnana, Dhyanam Vishishyate, Dhyanat Karma Phala Tyaga, Tyaga Chantir Anantaram. If you cannot take this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. Better than knowledge, however, is meditation. Better than meditation is renunciation of fruits of action. For such renunciation, one can attain peace of mind. So he's telling one should engage in cultivation of knowledge. Okay, jnana. If not possible, dhyana, yogic meditation. Not possible, then tyaga, renunciation of fruits of action. Okay, so in all cases, one should give up the results of fruits of labor. This means to employ the results in good cause. Okay, so Prabhupada writes in the purport the summary of different progressive level of bhakti. He says, to reach the Supreme Personality God, this is the highest goal. We have two processes. One is by gradual development, and other is direct process. Devotional service is the direct method. Then one can come to the stage of knowledge, then meditation, and then we'll be able to understand the super soul. Okay, so either you can take the step-by-step process or direct process. Direct process is this Bhakti Yoga. It's very, very easy. Okay, we'll skip the breakout room so that I can complete the chapter. You get enough time to prepare for the exam. So 13 to 20 is about the qualities. It's very easy. We'll finish it in a few minutes because this is made in a tabular column. All the slokas, 13 to 20. Now Krishna says, who is very dear to him? Like this is about pure devotees. Okay, we are not into this stage. This is for Uttama Adhikaris. Like Krishna says, such devotees are very dear to him. So he is saying this in Bhakti Yoga is the efficient path of spiritual advancement. And he says, these are the qualities of a devotee who is very dear to him. Adveshta sarva bhuta na maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankara sama dukkha sukha kshami. Okay, so what is he saying? So we can take all these qualities, we can see it in a pure devotee, like Srila Prabhupada. Okay, main 26 qualities, but there are 31. So all these qualities are seen in Krishna and Prabhupada. Not envious. Quickly, can you say why you say non-envious and towards anyone, including the envious? Non-envious, Prabhupada is non-envious. When? Which incident you think Krishna, Prabhupada is not envious? Yes?
When someone is having which we don't have.
Yeah, that is envy. Now, but is Prabhupada envious in that part? No. Like if you can take the Juhu case where Mr. N was having the property and was not giving to Prabhupada. Prabhupada was never envious, or Prabhupada was friendly in case. He was Maitra Karuna Evacha. He was very friendly to that person. He didn't do anything. But in fact, Mr. N started sending gundas and dacoits to disturb. But then finally a heart attack came and Krishna took him, and then Prabhupada won. So here, Karuna Evacha, merciful to all. Which act of Prabhupada says that he is very merciful?
Is the emancipation of the hippies, Mataji.
Hippies, very good. It's going to America itself. It's a compassion or mercy, right? And taking to the hippie sections, who's the lowermost section in America, and then bringing them to happies. Right? So that is one thing. And Nirmamo Nirahangara, free from sense of proprietorship. When Prabhupada went with 40 rupees to America, came back with 40 crores. He never said it's his, right? When his son came for money, Prabhupada said, this is all Krishna's, not mine. So he was free from the sense of proprietorship. He knows it's all Krishna's. And free from false ego, identification with body. Even though he had stroke and heart attack and all, he never considered his bodily discomfort. He was always conscious of Krishna. Sama dukkha sugakshami santushta sadayam yogi yatatma dridab nishyaha mai arpita mano buddhir yasman no dvijade loko. So what is it saying? Santushta sadayam, always satisfied. Equal in happiness and distress, forgiving the intolerant, right? Satisfying always in devotional service. He is very happy, self-controlled. So many problems happened. Prabhupada never reacted. He was always self-controlled, determined. Right? Even 1 year, nothing happened. No preaching happened in America. 1965, 66, nothing happened when he went. So, but still he was so determined to preach, to chant the holy name. Right? And my Arpita Manobe, mind and intelligence were fixed on Krishna. No one is agitated by Krishna. Devotees is not agitated by anyone. Okay. Harsha Marsha Bayodi Jir Anapeksha Shuchir Daksha. So Udasina Gadavyadaha. Equipoise in joy, distress, fear, and anxiety. Prabhupada actually started what, before starting ISKCON, Prabhupada started something else. Does anyone know? In Jhansi.
Magazine.
Hare Krishna.
Magazine, fine.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, no.
God conscious movement.
Yeah, Deval Mataji got it right. The League of Devotees, okay? League of Devotees in Jhansi. So, he had a small center where Prabhupada had League of Devotees, some few devotees together. And there's a picture in the Lamrita. You can see like Prabhupada is standing in front of the League of Devotees. But somehow, not somehow, Krishna made that flop. It didn't work out. Somehow the land, that rented place it was, and Prabhupada could not pay the rent. His business failed. And then finally, that land was taken over by somebody else, the rent place. So Prabhupada became more depressed, but Krishna had something better planned for him. If he was satisfied and League of Devotees were popular or famous, then Prabhupada will never think of going to America, right? Since all that failed, Prabhupada went to America. So League of Devotees was given by Krishna. And I can see some devotees who are been bunking the classes for some time and then again coming back. But we'll see the attendance, and if the attendance are not good, then you won't be able to get the certificate. Okay. You may attend, but then we'll see so many module 2, so many of you have not attended any classes. Suddenly you come, that's not how Bhakti Shastri works. We'll see all the attendance, and if you don't have attendance, you won't be getting the certificate. Okay. You need to redo that module again with some other teacher. Okay. So, yeah, he was expert. He's pure and clean, right? He was neutral, devoid of any expectations. He was pure and clean, without cares, unattached to material people, and free from all pains, free from all material endeavors. Neither rejoices nor grieves, neither laments nor desire, neither shoshanti nor kankshati, and renounce all auspicious, inauspicious things, equal to friends and enemies. Actually, in fact, he didn't have any enemy. Prabhupada, always friendly to all, equipoised. Okay, in honor, dishonor, heat, cold. Somebody dishonored Prabhupada. So many things happened at that time. Prabhupada spoke so strong against all Mayavadis and everyone. So even at that time, when somebody dishonored Prabhupada, Prabhupada said thank you to them because Prabhupada's like, my karma gets destroyed. So always free from contaminating association. So these are all different slokas saying Sama Sangha Varjita. Okay, these are all pure devotees features which makes the one dear to Krishna. Krishna says all such qualities is there in a devotee, and that devotee is very dear to me. Tulyaninda Shrudid Mauni Santushto Yena Kenachit Aniketa Stira Matir. Equal in criticism and praise. Silent. Silent doesn't mean Mauni like that. No. Speaks only essential topics. Prabhupada speaks only about Krishna consciousness. Satisfied with whatever comes in its own accord and don't care for any residence. Steady in mind, fixed in knowledge. This was seen especially during the end of Mataji, you can post the attendance link, Sridevi Mataji. So towards the end in 1977 in Vrindavan, Kartik month, when Prabhupada is about to leave, he was translating which part of Bhagavatam? Does anyone know? Last translation by Srila Prabhupada. He could not do the whole Bhagavatam.
10th Mataji, 10th.
10th canto, which past time? He could not do the whole thing. Our disciples did. Good, Brahma Vimohan Leela. Okay, so the Brahma Vimohan Leela was the last translation by Srila Prabhupada. Rest you can see as you read, it will be written towards the end. Thus, and the Bhakti Vedanta purport. In that, it will be that the disciples would have taken from Prabhupada's lectures or from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Somewhere they didn't put their own translation. They took from Prabhupada's lectures and all, and they completed because that was Prabhupada's dream to have Bhagavatam set ready. Okay, but then he couldn't. That's why he was in a hurry to publish Krishna book. because Prabhupada's like, what if I don't have time? What if I could not translate the whole law? So on the last day when Prabhupada was leaving, on that day also his consciousness was so clear and so focused that he was remembering everything in Brahma Mohan Leela. Towards the end, your consciousness, you don't even identify your family members sometimes, right? But Prabhupada's consciousness was so clear. So such devotees are very, very dear to Krishna. So from sloka 13 to 820 is about how a devotee become very dear to Krishna. Okay. So these are the different. So please fill the attendance form. The attendance is very, very important. I know so many devotees last batch who could not get the certificate just because they didn't have attendance. They have done all the closed book. They have done all the open book. They filled the sadhana chart, everything, but then they didn't come for the class, or they didn't fill that. They come for the class, but they don't fill the attendance form. Because some devotees are temple devotees. They come for cooking service on Sunday feast. Sunday we have big love feast. So many local people come, and so it's a big feast. You need to make cook for 70, 80, 100 people. So it's not easy. So many devotees will be in the kitchen doing service. They'll be hearing the class. It'll be kept in loudspeaker on a Bluetooth speaker, but they don't take the mobile and go to the Zoom and fill the attendance form. So because of that, they lost their Bhakti Shastri certificate. So I don't want all of you to do that. We'll check your attendance. Mataji is giving me an Excel sheet of how many percentage of attendance you have after every module. So I'll have it with me. At the end of all the 6 modules, I'll see. If you don't have more than 65% of attendance, then you need to redo that particular module. Your Bhakti Shastri name would not be sent to the Mayapur Institute. Now I'm enrolling all of you to the Mayapur Institute. That's why I selected your mail ID and all, because your Bhakti Shastri certificate will come to your mail ID. It won't come to us. It will directly come from Mayapur to you. So, but then I need to send the list, final list. Now I have enrolled everyone, but most of them, some of them drop out, some of them stay, some of them have attendance shortage, all that. So I'll again filter, and only those who had proper attendance will their name will be sent to Mayapur. Others it won't. Okay. So these are the qualities of a person who is very, very dear to Krishna. So from 13 to 20 is about the different qualities of a devotee. Yasman no dvijite loka no dvijite chaya harsha marsha Veger mukto yasa mame priya yasa me priya. Krishna says they are very close to me. Anapeksha shuji daksha udasina gadavyadaha sarvaramba parityagi yo mad bhakta same priya. Yo na hrishyanti na dveshti na shochati na kankshati shubha parityagi bhaktiman yasa me priya. Okay. Sama shatru cha mitra cha tada mana apamainayo sitoshna sugadukeshu sama sanga vivarjidaha tulyaninda shuddhi maunai santushto yena kenachit aniketas sthiramatir bhaktiman me priyo naraha yetu dharmamridam idam yadoktam paryupasate shraddhadana matparama bhaktaste ativa me priyaha. And one more thing, those who have taken initiation after the course started, especially I feel Charu Mataji and Sarvanindri Padma Devi Dasi Mataji and Keshav Jagatpati Das Prabhu, right? So all of you, you are filling your attendance form in the initiated name. So what happened? Your module 1 is with your Karmi name. So attendance is going to Karmi person. Now it's going to the devotee name. So what happens? We need to club it. So what you do? You send your old name and your new name to Sridevi Mataji, and Mataji, please send me it in a combined form. Okay, all the names of our class, whoever is initiated, their old name, especially Charu Mataji, Keshav Prabhu, and Sarvanani Mataji. Others,
I have sent both names for initiated devotees.
no, set this separate to me, because one Mataji is taking care of the attendance altogether. So she's taking care of all the Bhakti Shastri batches.
Okay.
So she has a master Excel sheet. I need to update that. Okay. Yeah. Dinesh Prabhu, you filled the shelter form when? When did you fill the shelter form? It's been a long time.
Yeah, 3 or 4 months back.
4 months. Okay. Now, after 6 months, you can apply for initiation. But where are you from?
I'm in Uttar Pradesh, Meerut in UP.
You go to the local ISKCON temple there?
We don't have any temple here. It's only in Noida.
Any Namahata? Nothing.
No, nothing is here. No association with devotees here, Mataji.
Noida, that's
Noida is the nearest temple.
okay. If you can get a no objection certificate there, then I can send you the initiation form. No objection certificate, like that they don't have any objection of you taking initiation through us. Because what happens, they check your local address, and when they see that you don't belong to Mangalore, then they tend to reject the form. So first, you should get the no objection certificate from the local temple president or a Namahata, whoever is available there. And then you try, if you can, you get it, or else we'll see what can be done before.
You may get it from Delhi, Mataji.
Yeah, Delhi also you get. Yes.
Yeah,
Mataji, you wanted to ask something, Sarvanda Mataji? You have network issue?
Krishna Mataji, Dandavat. Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. It's okay. You can type in the chat also.
Mataji.
Type in the chat. Your voice is breaking. Okay. So, Dinesh Prabhu, yeah, you see about the NOC and let me know.
Yes.
But Neeraja Mataji, you can take shelter, no? You had problem with Diksha, but you taken shelter?
Not yet, Mataji. Mataji, what conditions, Mataji? Like I'm following 4 regulative principles and 16 rounds, and tea, coffee should not be taken. Onion, garlic should not be taken. That's all, Mataji. Anything else?
Yeah, for shelter, this much.
This
Shelter,
much.
we can, if you're following all this, onion, garlic, and tea, coffee, and roll and 4 regulative principles and 16 rounds. Shelter, all of them can take.
Offering
No
of
problem.
bhogas, Mataji, offering bhogas and
Prasadam preferred, but it's okay if you can't offer also. But without onion and garlic, if you are able to take, that's fine. Because
That also
prasadam
I'm
is
doing,
compulsory
Mataji.
for Diksha.
That also I'm doing, Mataji, 3
Yeah, if
times.
you're doing good, if you're doing well and good. But sometimes we don't force because in a joint family and all, it's not possible. Unless and until you are able to take or without onion and garlic, fine, it's Sattvic bhog. And mentally you offer. Sometimes it's not possible, especially in hostel and all. At least you have a small picture of Krishna and then offer it. So, prasadam is compulsory for initiation. Shelter, you can take still if you are having 16 rounds and following the 4 regulative principles.
Mataji, what is the recognition, Mataji? Like after taking shelter, like nothing will be changed, no? Like our name or anything.
No, after
What is
shelter,
the
nothing.
difference?
That is, you come under the shelter of the Guru. In the sense, your form will be accepted in the JPS office. That means Guru Maharaj prays for the shelter devotees every day, even the initiated devotees. So Guru Maharaj personally takes care of you, your soul, in the sense. In future, you like to take initiation, right? Might not be in this Janma, maybe next Janma, you can directly get connected to the Guru. So it doesn't matter. But then at least shelter means our soul comes under the protection of the Guru. Means Guru takes charge of you after that. So if you're not able to, because of your family commitment, not able to take Diksha, no problem. At least be sheltered. At least come under the Guru Ashraya. Okay, that's called Guru Ashraya.
Mataji, should we wear kantimala for that?
For shelter, if you can wear. It's better to wear actually 1 round or 2 rounds, not 3 rounds. 3 rounds is after Diksha. 1 or 2 rounds, if you can wear. If it's allowed. But sometimes going to office, to college, some colleges don't allow also. So that time devotees have to remove it. And tilak, they do it with water. So if it's yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Can you hear me?
Now it's better.
Yeah. Mataji, there had been 4-5 times maybe that I was there in the class present, but I couldn't fill up the form because there was a network issue and I lost it. Even now I lost it because my network is going and coming. So 2 times I could do it because I asked Sridevi Mataji, but before that I couldn't do. Like I was at my hometown where the network is very less. I have to go to the roadside and get the network. Like I have to sit on the road for doing the class.
There's no other way of getting the attendance from the class unless take a screenshot. But The link is very important. We'll see, Mataji, towards the end of the course, how it goes. Because now we are in the third module. We have 4, 5, 6. So we have a lot of
Yeah.
time. No, 4 and 5.
Oh.
No, sorry. 4 and 5. So we'll see. Our total attendance is calculated together. So if you have a problem in the other modules, try to make up for the other rest of the modules. And total we'll see. If it's real shortage, then nothing to be worried. Like your name will be kept pending. And then only thing is you need to attend some other teachers. So many teachers are taking Bhakti Shastri, some other module with that teacher. And that teacher will send me the attendance form. We'll see towards the end if such problem is happening, then we'll see. Because
Mataji, is it possible that for that particular date where I was absent, when I was absent, we can see the YouTube video and we can check whether I'm there or not, and then we can put the attendance?
It's not possible because we need to check the whole YouTube list and see which day, when and all. We'll see towards the end. If attendance shortage is there, we'll see about it.
Because even like there had been lots of time I lost the link. Like it get restarted and then I lose the link.
But all the time it happens. Only 3 or 4 classes, no?
10 times. Like even today, like it got switched off. Like I mean, I lost the link because of less. The Zoom gets freezed.
We can't
and then I have
do
to
you have to have another device for it or some network. This thing, because this is very important. Attendance is very important.
Right.
Dinesh Prabhu, about morning temple attendance, yes, that also we see on your sadhana chart, how you're attending, because some of the devotees will do at home, so it doesn't matter of the morning program, but sadhana chart you're supposed to fill. Okay, when that is here.
Mataji, one more thing, like in the morning, we'll be seeing Mangalarti, in the temple. Along with that, can we do at home also?
Yeah. That is good actually if you are able to do it. By then you take bath and you also in your puja room, and along with them if you do, that's very good.
Yes,
And,
Mataji, I am doing that. But one Mataji in the South Bangalore temple told you should not do like that. It's an offense because you will be seeing there also. You will be doing here also. It's like like that. She confused me, Mataji. But I'm still doing like that only because I'm not able to leave that also. I'm doing like that only, Mataji. Both. It's not an offense.
No, temple ka you see means you are almost doing. Like this is extra special you're doing. Because if you just see the temple arati, it is like you have already done it. Okay. That's why we say please come for Mangalarti at least online. That's the benefit. When a pujari is doing the arati, when you see that arati happening, either online or offline, it's like you have already done that arati. So, but then your duties you have to take care. I mean, your puja room, you do that. That's okay. Just 5 minutes, no? 5-10 minutes, then concentrate on the temple online. Then you start chanting. So
the IDC regulations, Mataji, initiation regulations, what are they?
Initiation ka, yeah, shelter should be taken like 6 months back, and IDC is compulsory, and all this 4 regulative principles, all that. So NOC is important actually. No objection certificate from the local temple. You have to approach the president there.
Bhagavatam first canto.
Bhagavatam first canto, I forgot.
Yeah,
Yes, Bhagavatam first canto, NOD, at least the first 19 chapters, teachings of Lord Chaitanya. And there's one more book, no? Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah.
Bhagavad Gita and first canto Bhagavatam. Yes.
DT worship.
Should be complete.
DT worship.
No, DT worship, it's okay. That's for Brahmanic actually, DT worship. And it's okay. If you have a picture also, no problem. But we'll check your altar.
I've been doing
the altar is.
Prabhuji has seen my altar, Mataji.
Yeah, even if it's a photo, no problem. It's not compulsory you have DT.
I have DT.
But prasadam is compulsory.
Yes.
So have to be offering prasadam at home, and no non-veg at home.
How many times prasadam? How many times?
That's your standard. Like in temple, we have 6 offering. It doesn't happen at home. At home, some family they offer once, twice, thrice. However, you are okay. It's your standard of offering. And prasadam compulsory, and no non-veg cooking. Even if somebody is taking non-veg, it should be separate kitchen. One Mataji had an issue, and then they have separate kitchen at home. So that should be arranged, or else at least they should be vegetarians. And so there's so many things when husband and wife together won't be able to take any session, and we can't compel everyone. No, everyone have their own taste and things. If everything is happening okay, then please go forward. And Some volunteers will be contacting you from ISKCON Mangaluru to check your shelter and initiation status. So based on that, you can tell them and they will try to help you. Okay. So all the 16 rounders will be called.
Shelter certificates we have not got, Mataji. We just
No
got it.
certificate for shelter.
Okay.
It's just that you fill the form and send to the JPS office. Now they'll have it in your record, in the record. Then once you're getting initiated, they'll see your shelter date, whether you're 6 months before sheltered. That's it. Okay.
So was my assignment considered, Mataji, or not?
Yes, they're checking it. Okay. Assignments.
Mataji,
But
can
they
you
told
please-
no need to. They told no need to send because you already got the certificate of Bhakti Shastri, so you may not write the assignments. Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, can you please brief about the Brahma Muhurtas for different? You told that day for Matajis it will be different, and for Brahmacharis it will be different. No timings, Brahma Muhurta timings. You told.
No,
Mataji.
Brahma Muhurta is equal for all. I told for temple devotees, like those who are doing DT worship, DT dressing and pujari service and all, the cooking service in the morning, right? Normally 1.5 hours before sunrise is the Brahma Muhurta from 4:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. normally. That's for everyone. But for those who are doing pujari service, those who are in the altar, they can't chant, right? They won't be able to chant. And those who are doing kitchen service, cooking the morning or bhoga, for such people, they should have their own Brahma Muhurta. In the sense, they finish all the service, then Namanishta Prabhu says from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. That will be your Brahma Muhurta. In the sense, you sit in the temple and chant your 16 rounds. Because you're not able to do like others. Because in our temple, the pujaris, they chant the Gayatri mantra and then they chant one round and enter into the altar. Once they are into the altar till 7:30, till Darshanarthi starts, they are there. They are not able to do their 16 rounds. And again, Bhagavatam class, Prasadam, all that, then they are busy till 10 o'clock, cleaning and everything. And cooking service also. They chant 4 rounds or something and they go to the kitchen and they'll be cooking with the deities. Now, when will they chant? So one Vaishnava, he said that they should have separate Brahma Muhurta in the sense they should have a time fixed for their sadhana. Because every day early morning they are busy, no, with DT. Even at home, when you are some are mothers, you have to cook for your children and this work, this. Then you should have separate sadhana time. That time nobody should disturb you. You should sit and chant perfectly. If you're not able to do, at least split your rounds 4, 4, 4, 4, 8 and 8, something like that. You should have a fixed time of your sadhana, and that time no one should disturb you. Your mobile should be not with you, your whole family, like everyone should be away, and you concentrate on japa. That will help you actually. When your sadhana is good, then your advancement becomes easy. Try to make use of Brahma Muhurta.
Yeah.
That's best.
What about exams? Exams for me, Mataji?
That's what's not needed actually. That's what they said. It's not needed because you already got the certificate. You can simply come and attend the class and go, Mataji.
Okay.
No need to fill the attendance form also.
Okay, Mataji.
Okay.
Mataji, when one person takes shelter and you told there should be some gap of 6 months for initiation. In case after taking shelter, there is no gap of 6 months. There's gap of lot of like 2 years, 3 years. Like they'll consider the shelter.
Yeah. Like IDC. IDC is lifelong valid. It's not having an expiry date. Similarly, shelter also is like no expiry date. Whenever you're ready, not we are ready, when Krishna decides, it happens. So we can't force Krishna. And when the devotee is serious, Guru comes. So we can't force. Because I know some gurus, they make it very strict. Only after 10 years, they give you initiation. I know my friends still waiting to get initiated. Some gurus are very strict. But Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj, His Holiness, is so merciful that 2 years, 3 years, he just give. And we don't even know you. We just know you online. So we don't know how your sadhana is. You can fool us. Like everyone can fill the sadhana chart and not chant. But everything often go to the Guru. So Guru suffers. So we should not put our Guru down. And never think we'll be qualified for initiation. Nobody will be qualified for initiation. But don't stop from that. Because for service, for your spiritual life, it's important. So for that, you take. Others, those who have family problem in taking initiation, don't get upset because we just started in Krishna consciousness and it's not lost. So you can continue in next life also. Because you're chanting, Krishna will definitely give you, can take birth in Vaishnava family, or else Krishna only knows your bhakti is much more that Krishna can take you back also. There's something called sadhana siddhas and kripa siddhas. Sadhana siddhas means they do sadhana and go back to Krishna. The kripa siddha is special mercy you get from Krishna, and Krishna can take you back. So, but an initiation is very important because we can't go alone. We need a guru. But if you take shelter, and if you have the desire to get initiated, you're already like initiated. Guru says that. Guru Maharaj says that. But if you take shelter, then you come under his care. Okay? So better, I'll see who all can come for shelter category, and then please try to take. And those who have already taken shelter, do your IDC and take your initiation next time. Okay? But we have to do all the paperwork fast. Now, sadhana, it's okay. Based on your health, you can do. Right? That's why I told you, you can split your time. But you should have your own reading Bhagavatam time, your swadhyaya. You should have your own chanting time. According to your how health permits, you can do. Okay? It's not like 2 hours you sit in one place and chant. Only that's possible only for those who are good at health. But those who have health issues, that's okay. Krishna is as Paramatma in your heart. He understands everything, right? But we should be sincere. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dandavad Pranam. Mataji, last time when you were declaring you were telling the marks for the open book test second. So I think you told me that to re-upload it.
Not
because
now,
I had
not
4
this day. It was little short, no? That's the comment I gave.
No, Mataji, it's 4 pages and long book written. When I uploaded, it could take only 2, and again I gave to Sridevi Mataji to re-upload, but I don't know whether it happened or not. So it's a long, too big.
Might be only 2 pages got uploaded.
No, Mataji.
Yeah, it's a 4 page. It's a 4 pages written
No,
answer.
I have uploaded all 4 pages, Mataji. I also told you. I also sent you.
Okay. You know, it's okay. Anyway,
Can
next time onwards, be careful. Next time onwards, you should always see that everything is uploaded.
Mataji, can I give it to Sridevi Mataji next time if it's possible? Because I'm not able to do anything from my side.
Yeah, if she can help you, that's fine. But it's always you try to do from another device, then it's easy, no? Okay, you try. Or else Mataji can help. She's always ready.
Yeah, please. Because even in the closed book, I get so much of anxiousness and I fear a lot of losing marks. I'm doing my best. And
closed book, it's not a issue. Just 20 marks. Main thing is open book, 60 marks. So whatever feedback I gave, take it in your mind and next time improve. There's always a room for improvement. Nothing, don't worry about marks so much. This main Bhakti Shastri is to have knowledge to preach, right? It's for this thing. Marks is secondary. That's okay. Don't go for marks.
Okay. And one more thing, Mataji, do I have the permission for the closed book test to give it to Sridevi Mataji for uploading? Because I'll be like in fear and anxiety and lots of the things.
She can help you. Like after she upload hers, then she and someone else also. I want one more volunteer to help the devotees to upload. Okay, I'll ask you towards the end, means on that day. So we'll have our closed book on 16th, and after that I'll tell you about this thing, theory, sloka. So second, next 2 weeks we may not have the class because on some devotees are traveling in train to Mayapur, and 9th we are just coming back from Mayapur. So take up 2 weeks break and study. Concentrate on your closed book and very short and little long closed book, all the closed book, and concentrate on the analogy part and connection between different chapters. All this can come as a closed book questions. Okay, concentrate more on that. So, and the slokas, 14 slokas from module 2 has to be chanted in video form and send in WhatsApp. That I will let you know when. I'll give you 1 week time after 16th. Might be till 23rd. I'll give you the time. From 17th. Okay, not now. Now you concentrate on theory. Study the slokas also. Okay. So I think we can end here. No more questions. Okay.